Hello everyone, I'm here to give you my last 2 weeks update. Last week nothing really happened, so I didn't really come on to do an update, so I didn't feel as if it would make any sense. Now I'm still doing my cycling and my jogging in the morning. Last week I was still on my insanity. This after midweek I was still on the insanity, but because the insanity DVDs were not mine, they were my cousin's girlfriend. She went away, so she needed her DVD. So I couldn't do my workouts up until Friday. Friday was the last day I could use any of the insanity. So in the meantime, I referred back to my Turbo Fire, and I didn't realize how much I really loved that DVD because I still get emotional when I do that workouts, Turbo Fire. So now I think I'm going to incorporate my Turbo Fire along with probably my hip hop abs in the meantime. I don't know if she will give the DVDs back when she comes back off vacation, so I could finish my insanity because I only have like a week and a half left to go to actually complete the insanity workout. So in the meantime, I was just referring to my Turbo Fire and my insanity. Now last week and this week I cycled. Now I noticed that this week, at least last week, I beat my first, like when I first started doing my cycling, it took me about 2 hours and 20 minutes to cycle to the end of the island and back. I've taken off a few minutes off of it now. I completed it in 2 hours and 13 minutes. So in fact, my speed is increasing and my level of cycling is also increasing, so I'm happy about that. Nothing else really changed, and nothing else is happening with me besides my weight and the issue with my scale. That's the only issue I have right now. I can't stop working out because in spite of that the DVD is gone, I have to refer to something else, because when you get accustomed now to working out, when you don't work out, you feel kind of guilty of something. And now I'm noticing, even when I'm doing my Turbo Fire, I noticed that the difference from when I started at the beginning of the year compared to now, and also incorporating that insanity, that the workouts for the Turbo Fire seems to be so much easier, and the routines are becoming very, very easy for me. That will also contribute to the weight loss as well, along with me doing the insanity, because the insanity workout is no play workout. That's a real workout. When I was coming to the last few weeks, my body is becoming very tired. Now I can understand why Shanti have this for 60 days and not a 90 day, because your body will become very fatigued if you don't recover properly. And I think that's been my problem. I haven't been recovering properly. Sometimes I try to drink some coconut water because I know that's a good drink to have after a workout. Sometimes before doing my insanity workout, I would usually have some whey protein. And sometimes it helps. And I guess that's my downfall with my workouts. And then taking the supplements with it, my recovery stuff that help me recover. And sometimes I could be stubborn and don't take my supplements. I tend to forget, or sometimes I just don't feel like taking them. So that has been my downfall with my weight. Probably that even contributed even to me being in that plateau. But I felt as if it was nothing happening with my weight, because I know one thing my nutritionist told me, that I need to recover properly, because if I don't, then I'll be working out in vain. And I'll find that I'll only get frustrated, like she know I do, because I'm not recovering properly. So if anyone who's in their plateau, check how you deal with your recovery level, and the vitamins and the supplements you're taking, make sure you're taking them on a regular basis, because being in a plateau can be so frustrating. And because of the insanity workout, you burn so much calories. You need something to restore your body after those workouts. So besides that, everything else has been okay. I've been cycling now. I bucked into one of my old trainers, one of my very first trainers, when I really first started the gym actually. and that was about over 10 years ago when I was really at my heaviest. And he saw me cycling last week. He didn't know I was cycling until I hailed him, and then he stopped me. I think it was this week Thursday or this week Wednesday. I think it was Friday morning, because Friday morning I jogged, and he was training someone out there on the park. And he suggested that I would do this cycling marathon that they're having in October. I gotta think twice about that. It's on one of the other islands here in the Bahamas. I think it's in Eleuthera. I don't know why they don't put it in Exuma. Let me go back home to some of my family there. Then that wouldn't be a good idea, because I got some family down in Exuma. They like cook, and ain't nothing like some island bread and coconut tart and fish and soup and all that. No, see, that ain't a good idea. Eleuthera would be the best place for me to go, because I know the island is long, and I think the cycle is about 20 miles. I think it's 20 miles, and I know I could do it, because if I'm doing it in the morning, and that's about a 20-mile ride, and that takes me about two hours and some, I think I could do it. But I don't know how the roads are in that island. I don't know if they're hilly or if they're flat like us here in the capital. That's the only issue I have, because cycling up hills have been my struggle, because I fall a couple times because I didn't shift the gear in time. And cycling up some of these hills, and the slower some of these hills are here, because Nassau, our capital city, is very flat. The little hills we have, the tiny little hills we have, they ain't really much. But if you don't shift the gears in town, you could fall off your bike, and I've already fallen. Thank God I go early in the morning where there's no one on the road, so if I fall down, no one see. That's about it now. Someone also approached me about this half marathon in November, which is a 10K jog. It's here locally, here on the island. I think it's about they say 10K, so that's about 6 miles. I could do a 6-mile jog, because if I jog, because I think from in the mornings, from where I start off in the mornings is from a park to the actual gym I used to go to. From there to that gym and back to where I start from is about 6 miles, so I know I can do it. I tell her I'll think about it. I'm not sure if I'm ready to go and compete. And they start at 6:30 in the morning. 6:30 in the morning, I should already be home. So I don't know if and I don't like the sun. My issue is I hate the sun, because I sweat so much. I hate the sun. I cannot deal with that. I don't know people who like sitting nailed in the sun, catch that. I don't know what's wrong with them. Anyway, maybe because I'm used to this heat, and the heat is getting me, and those people coming from cold climates, and they just enjoy sitting. But I ain't gonna enjoy it, because I don't like heat. That's my only issue, because I know I was thinking about it. I could think about it for a while, because I know it's in November, and the cycling competition marathon is in October. So maybe I might just do it. I'm not sure yet. I gotta still. I'll let you guys know when that time comes, if I'm gonna compete or not. But I think it would be a good challenge for me, because how I want to compete in the annual marathon that we have here every year in January, which is either the full marathon was 26 plus miles, and the half marathon was 13 plus miles. I ain't playing with that 26 some. I probably do the half marathon, which is 13. I think I can prepare my mind between now and January to do it. I always had my mind set to do it, but I'll see between now and the end of the year where I am with my weight, because I notice the smaller you get, the more energy I end up having, so the longer distances I can go. So I'll see what happens between now and the end of the year with my weight. So and I'm hoping for good results, because sometimes this weight loss thing is so challenging. If anyone told you it's easy, they lie. They probably had surgery and said it was easy. But weight loss is not easy, especially if you're someone who's really considered obese, and you had a lifestyle, an unhealthy lifestyle for so many years, and you're trying to adapt. and trying to change that way of eating is not easy. So I understand when people fall off and they get discouraged, but I tell you today, even if you fall off, get back on. Just think about the results. Think about where you came from, especially if you already lost a good much amount of weight. You don't want to put that weight back on because that would make you so depressed. Because I saw a family member of mine lost so much weight and they put all that weight back on. And plus, that's how they look. They put on what they was heavier and they look like they're heavier now. So I don't know. But anyway, don't allow food. Don't allow the food. Yeah, some of them taste really good, but at the end of the day, they have consequences, and you don't want to go back there. I know I don't want to go back there because I worked too hard to get where I am today. Coming from 530 pounds down to 200 and some now. I am happy. I still want to go a little because I want hit. When I hit the 100s and something, I think I have a party. That could be an emotional party for me. That's all it could be, an emotional party, because I couldn't tell the last time I saw 100 and something. So when I get there, it could be a party. I have all kind of tissue around me because I know I could be emotional, because to see 100 and something on a scale and you thought you never would have seen again in your life is an extreme breakthrough for me. So I'm working hard to get there. That's why I'm doing all I can do to lose this weight. I don't get comfortable in nothing I do. I continuously encourage myself, even when sometimes I want to divulge in certain food because I like junk food. I like chips and cookies and stuff like that. And Friday passed, when I went to the food store, I couldn't help it. I got some cookies. But I haven't had cookies in such a long time. It was only a pack, a little small pack, but 3 or 4 in it. So that's why I got it. I didn't get those ones without in abundance because I know them cookies would have already been finished. So I only got about 3 or 4, some oatmeal cookies, oatmeal and raisin cookies. So I had those on Friday, and that was about it. I said, because I didn't have them in such a long time. And another weakness I have is chips. I love them Cheetos, like them crunchy Cheetos, potato chips, cheese too, whatever. That's another weakness of mine. So I didn't get that bag this week because I said I got the cookies. I don't need an excessive amount of junk food. I only wanted one thing because I didn't have it in such a long time. And it tastes so good, but then at the same time, my conscience was on me because I said I didn't want to go for any more of the, even with them cookies that taste so nice and soft, that my mouth watering. But anyway, that's about it. I didn't want them. That's the same reason why I got a small package, because I know if I got the big one, I'm going to end up going back into that again, like Saturday, and then going again today to Sunday, and I wasn't going to do that. So I just got a small package, and that was it for me. So no more sweets for me until hopefully until Christmas. So yeah, that's about it for me. I'm still doing my juicing this morning. I have this juice now. This is let me tell you what this is. This is watermelon, cantaloupe, apple, grape, kale, and spinach. This drink here is the most refreshing drink I've had from all of my juicing. I had this already now. I've been making this now for 3 days straight. This is because the climate is so hot, and every time I freeze it, it just, my God, this is a refreshing juice. It ain't bitter and it ain't too sweet. It's just perfect. And I have me a big 32-ounce jar in the freezer now, chilling, and I drink it through the day. Instead of eating something junk that would cause me to cheat, I refer to this because this is something like a snack for me. So yeah, this, trust me, if you have a juicer, mix this and you'll see what I'm talking about when I tell you this drink is refreshing. It might not look the prettiest right here in this cup, but boy, it tastes good going down. And I'd rather have that than to go cheat on something that I don't need. So that's about it for me for the last few weeks. So I guess until next week, I'll see you guys later. Bye.